Hi, lovelies. Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, we are going to review our debt and see where we are for 2024 as we move into 2025. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. My channel is all about my personal budgeting journey. It is about savings challenges, sinking funds, cash envelopes, how we stash our money, where we stash our money, why we stash our money. It's also about our debt-free journey and a little bit about investing, which next year we're going to really get into our investing. But today is about closing out our 2024 debt and to see where we fell with all of our paying down and our intentionality of getting rid of our debt. If you're new here, I want to say thank you so much for coming. I would really appreciate if you would take a second and hit subscribe. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit more of your time with me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And everyone, please take a second, smash that thumbs up button for me. All right. So when we came into 2024, we had 5 debts, but I really only counted it as 4. We had a mortgage, we had a car payment, which was mine, we had a student loan, which was mine. My daughter, I was a co-signer on her car. So although I was a co-signer, she's old enough, capable enough, has a job enough, she took care of the payments on her car. That was the deal of me being the co-signer for it, is she would take care of all of it. So although my name was on it and though I tracked it, this is not a debt that we have considered ours at all this year. Well, ever actually. And then we bought some cell phones. Ours had died to the point we had to just get new phones. And rather than pay for cash, 0% interest, we ended up making payments. Long term, I don't know if that was really a good idea. Short term, it felt like a really great idea, but neither here nor there. So we started the year out with the mortgage being $116,613 and some change. My car started off at $95,015. My student loan started off at $24,780. My daughter's car started out at $1,703, and our cell phone started off at $940. So the beginning of 2024, we were $153,554.26 in debt. We have been working. This is the second year. We're about 2.5 years in, not even quite, just a little over 2 years into really being intentional and paying down our debt. There are a lot of different ways in which you can pay down your debt. Most people use the debt snowball method, which is where you take the one with the least value, so it should have been our cell phones. You pay it down as fast as you possibly can. And then the debt snowball says you take this payment and you roll it into the next smallest debt, which would have been my car. And then once that's paid off, then you roll it into the next smallest debt and so on, so that the payments snowball and gets larger and larger. Well, those small successes help you stay motivated to go. Well, the numbers nerded me, and wanting to spend as little money as possible, we decided to use the debt avalanche method. And the debt avalanche method is where you focus on what bill has the highest interest rate. And we left the mortgage out totally because we're trying to get rid of the other debts. We will work on getting rid of the mortgage soon, but that was just sitting to the side. My car was sitting at about 3% interest. When student loan interest came back, it was sitting at just under 6% interest, and our cell phones were at 0% interest. So our focus using the debt avalanche was to really attack the bill that had the highest interest rate, which was my student loan. So it was really about throwing large chunks at that $24,000. Now, doing it this way, we were not going to see a lot of gains or a lot of paid debt. They weren't going to disappear very quickly because that's the highest amount we had, but it was at 6% interest, and I didn't want to pay the government any more than I already had. So it was really a focus on get rid of the student loan payment. So throughout the year, that was our main focus. We would make $1,000 payments, $2,000 payments, whatever we could, we would just scratch and save. So the end of this year, last month actually, paid off my student loan. $24,780, yay, was paid off last month. This was, in the end, honestly, last month I raided every envelope I had that was not a necessity to keep. I pulled money out of savings to take care of it because we had it there. So it was really just a get rid of it so that we could then really focus on my car and then my cell phone. So I know that we made a $0 payment on the car or on my student loan, and that's because the final balance was $0. And then we made our normal payment on the mortgage, which was $1,295. So we closed the year out at $112,185.04. Love it, love it, love it. So in total, we paid down the total paid on house mortgage. Oh, this pen is not going to last. We'll have to find another one. Stretch. There's another blue one. All right, equals. So in total, we paid down on the mortgage $4,428.40. Love it, love it, love it. So when you have, we are, I think, like close to 15 years in. However, that $1,200, only about between 3 and 4 comes off the mortgage. That's because we have to pay for essentially 3 things. We pay the mortgage payment, we pay interest on it, and then we also have what's called an escrow account where they save up money for us so that when our taxes come due, property taxes, our homeowner's insurance, they just take care of paying all of it out of there. So not a whole lot comes off the house, but still excited. And we will begin to focus on our mortgage very, very soon. All right, so my Mazda, my car, we paid $1,661.15. So we have a balance of $0. Yes, we paid the Mazda off. Love, 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 love. With that intention, with that being intentional, all of the money that I was pouring into the student loan went down to pay off my Mazda, which left us with one bill this month, other than the mortgage, and that was our cell phones. All right, so M's car was 0 because, well, there hasn't been a balance on it. When did she pay it off? She paid it off in March. Loved that for her. And then our cell phones. So it was really a matter of do we want to get rid of it or continue to pay like $60 a month? And we went ahead and, guys, we paid it off. $217.55 got paid on it. So we are at 0. Yay! I'm loving, 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 loving. Guys, all we have left moving into 2025 is our mortgage. Yay! So when I look at my Mazda plus my student loan plus our phones. Did I grab the wrong pen? I did grab the wrong pen. Silly me. That's the one that's dying. I should have just thrown it away in the trash can next to me. All right. So those 3 things, we paid down $35,236.88. $35,000. And those 3 things are gone. So where did all of that money come from? That's a question that, as I was making huge chunks, people would ask. Well, one, I changed jobs because I had the opportunity to have a better income. So I changed jobs. So that right there allowed us to have money already in the budget. And then I saved for it. I apped for it. I scanned for it. I worked part-time at work if I could. I took every extra penny, birthday money, anything that I could to pay down that debt to make that $35,000 appear. Just because we're walking into 2025 with just a mortgage. Cannot believe it. All right, so in total for the year, total debt paid. Debt paid. A total of $39,665.28. And we, again, are moving into 2025 with just the mortgage. We will begin to intentionally work on getting the mortgage down about $100 a month. It's not a lot, but that averages out to $1,200 a year. So it will begin to drop a little faster, but talk about breathe. My Mazda payment was $370. My student loan, if I didn't make any extra payments, was $230. And then our cell phones was an extra $65. So on clear, $370 plus $230 plus $65. That's $665 we get to put back into the budget. That's savings challenges, that's investing, that's my IRA, that's being able to put more into my 401k at work. This money is going to be used for all kinds of things next year, and I cannot wait to share it with you as we move into next week and the beginning of the new year. If you have any questions or just want to say, hey, I'd love if you drop it in chat, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.